Welcome to the Blitz Show, brought to you by Covers, where Derek Carty and his Blitz projections look to pick off the best plus EV plays for every primetime game. Week 4, Monday Night Football. Somehow we're back in the Meadowlands, back on the field. That's back-to-back, Week 1 and Week 4. Seattle, -1.5 road favorites at the Giants, total sitting at 47. Saquon his question and attendance can't really help the projections going forward. I'm sure it changes a lot of things with this New York Giants, but he's questionable heading into the weekend. Offensive tackle Andrew Thomas also questionable. On the other side, Seattle very healthy and getting their secondary back, but we got leans, we got plays, obviously more confidence in the plays from Derek's projections. And right off the gates, we're going Daniel Jones over 32.5 rushing yards, -110 at the time of recording on Saturday. That is a play. Now, I love getting a little value off people coming off bad performances. We might see it next week with Green Bay because it was a primetime game. They looked awful. But Daniel Jones last week, 2 rushes, 5 yards. Might want to be buying low here. Weeks 1 and 2, 22 carries, 102 rushing yards. Like this this low 30s number because we've seen it kind of in the high 30s before. What are the projections for Jones here, Derek?
Yeah, projection here for Jones is very high. It's 45 yards, or actually no, a little higher than that, closer to 50 yards. So we're getting a pretty good buffer here on the over for Jones. And even though he only had those 2 carries last week, like this is a guy who has been a big part of their game plan. And with Saquon out, you have to think that he's going to be a bigger part of that ground game. In terms of actual shares, he got 25% of the design runs last week. We should expect him to be scrambling some more. We should expect him to, be a big part of this. And this is a spot where I just think Daniel Jones is going to take off a few times.
Yeah, and we've seen the Seattle defense just give up yards, give up points. Yeah, you've got them, I believe, graded as a below average offense in general when they're healthy. And this one can go both ways. Jones could play this in both game scripts, trailing, scrambling, getting yards, and just holding on to the ball for short rushes in a positive game script. But this one should be very neutral. I'm sure you're projecting that, which just helps it in general. Over 32.5 rushing yards. Daniel Jones, -110. That's a play. Then we're sticking with Jones. This is a number play, but this is also a play against a pretty bad Seattle defense. Jones, over 1.5 TD passes, +162. That is a pretty big number for a game with a 47-point total. Pretty much a pick 'em. And this is a lean from you. What is your projection here from Jones?
The projection here is 1.49. So basically 1.5 right on the nose, close to a 50-50 play that we're getting at +162. This is just, it's just a probability play. The odds here are just really good. And last week without Saquon, they did show a willingness to change their game plan. They were passing a lot more than they had been previously, a lot more than they did last year, which I think obviously lends itself to this prop and even the rushing prop, because if they're dropping back to pass more, that's where Jones is going to break off the most yardage when he scrambles and breaks one. So this is, I think Saquon being out, I think is a good thing for both of these props.
Yeah, just took a quick look to see if what +162, +165 actually equates to in a spread. Tampa Bay on the road, +3.5. That's the same price as +165. If you're looking at baseball, a +165 dog is a pretty big improbable play. And if you're looking at a win rate at what you said, then +162 is a solid price. Not up everyone's alley, Derek. We know that, like when we play these plays, and it's something we mention a lot, that these are plays that you should be constantly playing.
Right.
And the larger sample size will make it more valuable than just a one-off.
That's exactly it. Like you're not, betting the farm on this one prop. Like you're playing many props like this over the course of the year. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but it's going to even out where you're going to be profitable in the end on them.
Yes. Player hits in MLB baseball. Like this is the range. This is the price range of where that is. So Monday Night Football, the end of week 4, Seattle Giants. We got a play. We got a lean. That play is Daniel Jones over 32.5 rushing yards, minus 110. And the lean, Daniel Jones over 1.5 passing TDs, plus 162. That will do it for us here on Monday Night Football and week 4. This is the Blitz Show, brought to you by Covers. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. I'll see you around week 5.